worst morning and I really don't want to start it on a negative note. However, this morning I decided to go, and Stephen and I went out to go and try find some whales and took the drone. You probably already know where the story is going. We took the drone up, flew it out. We could see the whales, but they were pretty far away, so we were flying to them. And basically, like, when we first took the drone up, the drone batteries were fully charged. When we first took the drone up, the battery like immediately dropped. Like, it was only saying 52% or something like this. So we were like, oh, whatever, you know what, we'll just take it out quickly and we'll bring it back when it needs to come back in. So anyway, we took it out, that was fine. We were flying, and eventually we didn't get far enough out to get to the whales, because the little message, if you've got a drone, you'll know there's a message that pops up that says, drone needs to return to home, like not enough battery left or whatever, like, you know, sufficient time for it to get back to where you took it off from. So anyway, I was like, okay, right, let's just take it straight home, pressed return to home. The drone was coming back to us, and that timer was going down much quicker than the drone was coming back to us. So basically what happened, long story short, I'm not going to drag this out, my drone has died. Well, it's not even died, the battery died, and then my drone has gone into the sea. So yeah, I'll insert a little clip. So I didn't know this, but when you have a drone and it does like a crash landing, it basically films like the last little section, I guess, so you know, well, ideally, usually it would be on land and you could go find it, but this was in the middle of the ocean. So the drone is gone. That's sad because the drone cost a fortune, but you know what? I'm trying not to be upset about it. You know, money comes and goes, material things can be replaced. It's not the end of the world. It's slightly annoying because my memory card is obviously in there. However, you know, I'm up to date with my vlogs and my editing, so the most important and special parts to me are already in YouTube videos, which I've got online. So yeah, luckily I do have insurance with DJI, so I have submitted a claim with them, so just waiting to hear from them, you know, what they can do. I feel like these things as well, they always happen when you're trying to save money. Like I think I said in last week's video, you know, we've just paid heaps of money for all of these flights that we're going on. And so I was planning to have a spend-free July, which is another thing I was going to talk about in this video, so I guess I can chat about that now too. I was going to try have a spend-free July, and what I mean by that is basically just not spending any unnecessary money. So obviously, you know, things like food, like you've got to pay for, but you know, basically just nothing that I don't need. So no clothes, no eating out, like just limiting all things like that. But obviously once I get the quote back to repair, well, not even repair, to replace this drone, we're gonna have to see what that is. But yeah, I just feel like it's always the case, you know, when you're trying to save money and then all of these unexpected things come up. And then like next week as well, not to be just fully complaining this whole video, but next week as well, our car's rego is due for renewal. So the car's booked into the garage next week to have its rego done. So the rego needs to be redone, the insurance. So it's just one of those times in life where everything is costing a fortune. But like I said, it's okay. I'm trying to be positive about it. Money is replaceable. And that's we're gonna leave that there. We're not gonna dwell on it. In better news than that, and if, by the way, if I'm looking down here, it's because my little mirror setup's here, and obviously I'm doing my makeup whilst I'm chatting to you guys. But yeah, in more positive news, I managed to secure Taylor Swift tickets. So I know I mentioned last week that I would know by this weekend whether I did manage to get them, and I did. It was so stressful, let me tell you that much. Had so many devices logged in trying to get them, and honestly I think I was waiting over an hour and a half, but I don't think quite 2 hours yet, so somewhere like within that period, and like eventually managed to get it in. I knew I wanted C reserve, which was fine because A and B were pretty much sold out anyway, and I just did not want to be sat on the floor. I wanted to be up in one of the levels so that my view basically wasn't restricted by people in front of me. So I managed to get C reserve, and I finally got the seats, and like I stupidly didn't have the map of the stadium in front of me, so it told me the section and I didn't know where that was. But by this point, obviously, if you try to get Taylor Swift tickets, you know that there's a timer, so it times you down and you've only got 7 minutes. So by this point I was like, I don't care where these seats are, I'm in the stadium, that's all that matters. So managed to secure them. So I'm in section like 409 or something like this, which is like to the side somewhere. Anyway, I'm sure it's gonna be good. I'm gonna have a great time. I actually don't know who I'm going with yet, so one of my friends might be coming with me, but she's not 100% sure. Stephen has said that he'll come with me if I don't find someone to go with me. But my other thought was that I might just, closer to the time, like if I don't have someone to go with me and Stephen's like really not fussed about going, I might post on like one of those Facebook groups in Sydney, you know, asking if anyone wants to come with me, then like buy that ticket off of me, because it'll be cool to meet a new friend and someone that obviously kind of has similar interests, I guess. So yeah, closer to the time, or maybe if one of you guys want to go, I potentially might have a spare ticket for Taylor Swift. So yeah, that is exciting and I'm really, really looking forward to that. So that's February.
Hi guys, so we're just at Charlie's 30th birthday. We just surprised him, we're just at a brewery. I'll just show you around, is that alright? Smile! Hi! Something to say! Shannon! Hello! No, I've nothing to say. Okay, I'll speak again then. Sorry, I've got to speak again now because I'm just so excited for tonight. But I hope you all have a lovely day.
Large please to take away. And
Can I please get an English breakfast tea with skim milk, please? Thank you. Happy Sunday. I realised that I pretty much didn't really tell you actually what we were getting up to yesterday after getting ready in the first clip. So it was one of my friend's boyfriend's 30th birthday, so she had thrown like a big surprise party for him. So that's what we got up to yesterday. I stayed strong, I didn't drink. I don't actually, have I mentioned this? I'm basically trying to do like a no drink period again for what, from now it'll be like another 5 weeks until we go away again. So yeah, we went to a brewery down in Botany and pretty much just stayed there for the evening. So that was the plan. I was super good. I did have a little bit of piece of birthday cake, but then came home, had my dinner, and Kira came back with me actually, and we just like caught up on Love Island whilst we were waiting for the boys to come back. And then from there, that was pretty much it. I went to bed. Now today is a Sunday. We have just been out this morning. We went for a coffee, and well, I say coffee, I had a tea, Stephen had a coffee, and now we are just about to get out of the house again. I think we're gonna go just get some steps in. I need to get my steps in, and then we're gonna go to the driving range again. So yeah, nice chilled wholesome weekend, and we'll see you in a minute. Good afternoon, golf life legends. We've got Stephen bagging up, taking a shot. If any of you are golf girlfriends, you'll know Golf Life Legends, which at the moment is played in our house every single weekend, non-stop for hours. quickly, just to really wrap up this vlog, it is Sunday evening now and just about to cook some dinner. I'm really just relaxed for the evening. My golf swing, I know that there was a few questionable moments in the videos, but it's definitely getting better. Like I'm sort of considering trying to get a lesson so I can actually see exactly what I'm doing wrong and improve that way, but I'm happy with the progress that I'm making. So I reckon next weekend as well I'll probably go to the driving range, which would make it 3 weekends in a row. In other news, we've just spent our afternoon. The reason why I haven't really been filming much this afternoon is because genuinely I've just been sat on my laptop, but we have officially booked all of our Thailand accommodation, which I'm so happy about, because at least now like I know exactly what we're spending, how much money I need to put aside and things like that. So Thailand planning is in full force. The next step will be actually planning like our day trips and stuff, but yeah, just so excited. Very, very expensive life at the moment, but like I keep saying to myself, money will return. Hopefully I'll hear back soon about the drone. I guess I'll actually need to kind of, you know, consider whether or not I do replace it if it is going to cost me loads of money, but you know, that's a problem for another day. I've already finished Verity. I think in last week's video I showed you those books that I picked up from the library. Finished Verity in literally like 48 hours maybe. Really enjoyed that. If you've got any book recommendations, I love anything psychological, thriller. Like I need fast paced, I can't do slow paced. It needs to have loads of twists and turns in it, like things that you just don't see coming. This is what I am reading at the moment. I started this the other day. I'm not super far into it yet, so I don't know what I think just yet, but I want to try and get through this quick. It's not a very good book, it's not a very big book is what I was trying to say. But yeah, just going to say goodbye, close off this vlog, and see you again next week. If you made it to the end, thank you so much for watching. If you are new here, please subscribe to keep up with life in Australia. See you then.